Hey, what's up everybody? Dennis the Prescott here. Hope you're having a great day. It is summertime in the Maritimes and I love making classic seafood boils. They're incredible to feed a hungry crowd and they're just jam-packed with goodness. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna make a classic summertime seafood boil with some summer herb vinaigrette, some grilled rosemary bread with beautiful extra virgin olive oil from Spain. It is going to be delicious. So many of you guys might know that I live on the east coast of Canada in a place called the Maritimes, and we have access here to incredible seafood, just mind-blowingly good and honestly very affordable because it's so close and we have access to it. We can literally drive to the dock or to the wharf and pick up our seafood, cut fresh that morning, and then cook it for dinner that night. So we're gonna make a recipe that incorporates all of my favorite seafood cooked together in one beautiful pot. So everything takes in all of those flavors in one recipe, and it's perfect to feed a hungry crowd. So the first thing we're gonna do is get this summer herb vinaigrette ready to go. We're gonna drizzle that over at the end. It's gonna be beautiful. So you wanna grab a food processor or kind of a high-powered blender if you don't have a food processor. To that, we're gonna go in with some roughly chopped shallots. We've got some garlic here, and we've got some nice fresh parsley, flat leaf parsley, and some beautiful, super fragrant basil. And then we're gonna hit that with a little bit of red chili flakes just for some nice heat. Throw the lid on it and give that a nice chop if you can reach the button. You just want it to be super roughly chopped. All right, so once that's super roughly chopped, we're gonna hit that with some nice red wine vinegar. Season that up with a nice hit of sea salt, some fresh cracked pepper, and then we're gonna turn the blender back on. What we're gonna do while the blender's running, we're gonna hit it with this beautiful extra virgin olive oil from Spain. That's gonna just kind of slowly turn this into the most beautiful vinaigrette you've ever had in your entire life. So food processor on low, and then we just wanna slowly pour in this olive oil until the vinaigrette comes together. All right, so that was doing its thing for 45 seconds a minute. Basically you're looking for something that looks like this. Want to transfer that to a dish. That's gonna go in the fridge to chill while we kind of crack on with the rest of the recipe. Okay, so seafood time. The biggest part of cooking this recipe is timing. You just wanna make sure that everything is added in the right time, in the right sequence, so things cook properly, cook through, and nothing's overcooked or undercooked. The second thing you need is a huge stock pot, kind of the biggest one you can find. We're gonna use this one today. I have one that's enormous that we use sometimes when we're cooking for 20, 30, 35 people. That one we're not gonna use today. We are gonna use this one, and like I said, the biggest thing is to add everything in the right sequence. So first what we're gonna do is go in with these potatoes, we're gonna go in with the garlic and the onions that we're gonna pour over the wine. So first up, we wanna go in with these potatoes. They take the longest to cook. Try not to get them everywhere, like I just did. Make sure that they go all in there. So potatoes in, then we're gonna go in with these onions. You just want this all to be super roughly chopped, nothing super fine and perfect knife skills or anything like that. And then take a head of garlic and we're gonna cut that right in half. That whole thing is gonna go in there. Once that garlic, those onions, those potatoes are in, we've got some beautiful white wine we're gonna add to this. So pour that white wine in. We've got about 4 cups of white wine going in here. And then we're gonna add 4 cups of water as well. Okay, so once you've got the wine and the water in there, we've got this kielbasa sausage that we've just kind of roughly chopped again. We're gonna add that to the pot. We're gonna go in with a bay leaf, a fresh bay leaf. If you have a dried bay leaf, that'll work as well. Some nice fresh thyme, about 6 sprigs. We're gonna season this up with a good pinch, don't be shy, of sea salt. And then we've got this beautiful fragrant Old Bay seasoning that we're gonna go in with as well. So once you've got everything combined in this pot, we're gonna put a lid on it, on the stove, bring it to a boil, and cook this for about 15 minutes before we crack on with the next step and add our second layer. Okay, so this has been cooking away for about 15 minutes. It smells unbelievable in here right now. So we're gonna continue with the layering process. What we wanna do first, take this lid off. So we're gonna hit this with this corn. It's beautiful. I've cut it into thirds, bite-sizable, kind of hand-holdable pieces. So just create a layer there. Then we're gonna hit this with the lobster, next the clams, and then lastly the mussels. So the shellfish is gonna cook away for about 15 minutes. Everything's gonna open, cook, and become beautiful. You want those lobsters to be bright red, all the clams and the mussels, of course, to be opened. When there's about 5 minutes of cook time left, we're gonna top this with some beautiful shrimp, and then we're ready to serve. So we've got 15 minutes right now. So what we're gonna do is prepare some beautiful grilled rosemary bread with incredible extra virgin olive oil from Spain. We'll use our time wisely. The best thing to do when you serve this, of course, is to have some nice crusty bread to sop up all of those juices and all that deliciousness at the same time. So let's crack on with the bread. Okay, so really quick and easy, but incredibly delicious. We've got some nice crusty bread here. We're gonna take this beautiful olive oil from Spain and brush it all over the bread. You don't want too much, but you want enough that it's nicely coated on both sides. Then we're gonna season that up with just a pinch of sea salt and cracked pepper, and then hit that with a little bit of this fresh diced rosemary. And then you just want to keep on brushing away, dressing away, getting that olive oil, getting that nice salt and pepper and rosemary on the bread. Really, you can do as much bread as you'd like. It depends on how many people you're serving and how much people want to eat bread. But basically, once you're done, we're going to grill that off for about 2 minutes on each side, just until you get those nice kind of charred bread lines and it's crunchy and golden and delicious. Okay, we are all set. Everything is ready to go. We're ready to eat. As you can see, this is a recipe for a party. This is a recipe for a crowd. We've got a lot of food. It's beautiful food. So I drained this off. All of that juice, that beautiful seafood and all of the potatoes and the corn cooked in is right here. You want to save that. It's beautiful. It's great to serve alongside as an extra dipping sauce. We've got our nice this vinaigrette, this herb vinaigrette. We're gonna serve that. That's a great dipping sauce, or if you want, you can drizzle that all over. That's beautiful as well. And the last thing that we're gonna do is take this beautiful extra virgin olive oil from Spain and give a nice little drizzle all over top. And thank you so much to Olive Oils from Spain for hooking this video up. Last but not least, lemon and seafood, beautiful together. And then we're ready to eat. All right, y'all, we are ready to eat. People are hungry, I'm hungry. We are gonna tuck in. As always, if you want any of the exact measurements and ingredients, hit the link below to go to my website. If you're not subscribed already, I would love you to be part of this community. So hit that subscribe button and we will see you next week for more deliciousness.